What's up, Crypto Universe? Hey, my name is Eugene Tay and you're watching us on Rock the Block Daily News. This episode was brought to you by our friends over at Wanchain, the world's first cross-chain solution for financial infrastructure. Speaking of cross-chain, Wanchain has just released their version 3.0 alpha testing right now, where they have successfully bridged Ethereum and Bitcoin. So the apps that's built on the Ethereum platform and network can now extend their outreach to Bitcoin holders and liquidity pool as well. For more information on that, click on the link below and get in on the action with Wanchain. Now on to our daily news for today, the 11th of September. First up on our Fomoons and Fuddip category headline news, a Swiss-based blockchain firm called Alprockz has partnered with several Swiss banks to offer a stable coin called ROCKZ. Now ROCKZ, according to the founder Yacine Ben Hamida, is more stable than USD Tether. Why is that so? Because as we all know, USD Tether, they say that it was backed by US dollar in a vault, but it's not been audited. No one knows if it really exists and we have to take USDT's word for it. However, ROCKZ on the other hand will be audited monthly. It will be increasing their liquidity, also complying with regulations and increased security with risk preventing measures. Also, ROCKZ will have 90% of Swiss franc reserves in banknotes, with the remainder sitting at Swiss banks. So ROCKZ actually have an audited account with the money sitting in the bank somewhere to peg it dollar for dollar with the cryptocurrency. Whereas USDT, although it's the first one in the market as a stable coin, for the longest time many of us have our doubts over it. You want something fun in crypto because it's not all about scams and regulations every other day? Check out this link. This is trolling at its best. Kraft, the famous brand that produces mayonnaise that we all love, have just released a new product called the Miracle Whip and joined the cryptocurrency bandwagon earlier this week with a charming tweet that they are launching an initial Condiment Offering, ICO. Get it? This tweet was tweeted 35 times and liked with more than 340 thumbs up. So this is a tongue-in-cheek marketing gimmick that everyone in the cryptocurrency industry laughed about it and moved on, but not for one man called Zach Chroma. Well, he didn't just brush it off. In fact, he liked this idea so much, he tweeted that he is going to mint a 3D coin for Whipcoin, in which Kraft also replied that, hey, Zach, if you were to mint that coin, we're going to give you a couple of bottles of Miracle Whip. In which Zach then replied, hey, guess what? And he sent a dozen coins over to Kraft headquarters, and I think he might have earned himself a lifetime supply of mayonnaise. Check out the link where other hilarious comments are being posted, but there's one particular tweet response that I want to highlight. This got me fucking laughing my head off, right? The tweet states, just be careful of Roger Ver. He'll stick a fork in it and try to pawn Mayo coin off as the original Whip coin is taking a dig at Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin's fight. As we all know, rocked the scene with Roger Ver trying to fork Bitcoin into Bitcoin Cash and calling it the original Bitcoin. In Mediasizing the Regulators, now this is a whole lot of news that is will be hard to chow down, but I also think it's rather important because Citigroup now plans to jump on the bandwagon and launch their own Bitcoin trading product. You can check out the link below with all the different technical details about DAR, ADR and all the other acronyms. What they're trying to do is that Citigroup is trying to create an investment instrument that is pegged to Bitcoin. As different financial institutions in Wall Street try to come up with creative ways to better meet the demand of institutional clients who want to invest in Bitcoin but not directly in Bitcoin, we're going to get a market filled with such things as EDF, ADR, DAR and all the other permutations, all trying to do one thing, getting more retail investors in, institutional investors' money in. But what we fear, as we reported this in a daily video a few days ago, the problem with such instruments is that it becomes a vehicle for speculation and market manipulation. Because if you don't own the Bitcoin, what you are doing is just giving these guys the right to own the Bitcoin on your behalf and making voting rights for you. So when the market starts to grow and all your money comes into the pool, the more powerful these groups get in trying to steer Bitcoin in the direction that they want, but not you guys. So for most retail investors who have no knowledge about cryptocurrency and just happy to just make off that little bit of money from these instruments, you guys are actually unknowingly killing the market for everybody. And for the next part of the news, we had a very special guest in the studio this morning who decided to just pop by on her way to work. So we grabbed her in and made her give you the next piece of news. Everyone say hello to Stella! Hey Stella, welcome to Rock the Block Daily.
Thank you for having me. So TechCrunch co-founder and Arrington XRP capital partner Michael Arrington has slammed the US SEC at the TechCrunch Disrupt conference. Being a staunch supporter of crypto, he claims that SEC has single-handedly fucking the crypto industry in the US, stifling innovation and discouraging investments. This guy, seriously?
Yeah, man.
So he's also shared a personal story about SEC stifling crypto investment. So he was saying that he invested in the company as a private person last year, and he was subpoenaed because the CEO of the company had spoken at a TechCrunch conference, which was years after he had left TechCrunch. So this fella ended up paying like $30,000
just to please SEC.
Yeah, buddy. So he also talked about US taxes and visa burdens, which are discouraging innovation and people coming from the US to start crypto companies. So, he says that people are staying in Singapore or Israel or Europe instead of coming here and starting companies, and the SEC need to get their act together. Okay, so onto the news with other regulators. The European Commission has concluded that the regulatory assessment for governance of crypto assets, so they say that crypto is here to stay. Valdis Dombrovskis, Vice President of the European Commission, said that member states are supportive of moves to chart regulations governing the cryptocurrency industry. So he says, we had a good exchange of views of crypto assets. We see that crypto assets are here to stay. Despite the recent turbulence, this market continues to grow. He suggests that ICOs have the potential to become a viable form of alternative financing. So he says, already last year, ICOs helped raise over $6 billion in funding, and this year the figure will be substantially bigger. The challenge right now is how to categorize and classify crypto assets and whether the EU should use existing financial market rules or create a set of dedicated regulations for cryptocurrencies. So, the European Commission is working closely with the European supervisory authorities on the regulatory mapping of crypto assets to determine this and the next steps. So back to you, buddy.
Well, thank you, Stella, for giving the very chunky piece of news that I really don't want to read. Good job with your accent. Was that Russian accent?
Fail! Super fail. I hope you like it.
Well, thanks a lot for that piece of news, Stella. We'll see you back here in the studio again. Well, if you'd like to see Stella give you the daily news instead of this, well, leave us a comment and say, Stella, come on back, we love you, okay? Or just give us a thumbs up and let us know that you want Stella to be back, because we'll try to grab her in this hot seat every Tuesday. Now, on to the final piece of news that we have for you, founders and use chains. Cryptocurrency exchange KuCoin has made a multi-million-dollar investment in regulated domestic exchange in Australia. Now, Australia, if you've been following the news on our Rock the Block Daily, they have been at the forefront of a lot of blockchain use cases. Now, today's news is no exception, with more news coming out from Australia, very, very positive news on how they are pushing out cryptocurrency and blockchain in a very positive direction that we have seen no other countries doing that. The $3 million invested in this exchange called Bitcoin Australia will be opening the door for Asian operators to enter the Aussie market. Bitcoin Australia was founded in 2015 and has presence in Canada and Netherlands. Chief Executive Rupert Hackett plans to extend its presence to 30 different countries by 2020. KuCoin currently is a crypto-to-crypto exchange, however is working on an alpha version of fiat-to crypto exchange as early as the fourth quarter of 2018 this year. According to recent news, the exchange have employed over 300 people and has over 4 million users on its platform, and its HQ is based in Singapore. How However, being a Singaporean myself and a very active crypto enthusiast in the scene, I have not met any of these KuCoin employees, or neither have I seen any of the 300 guys walking around in the event hall or seen them in any of the meetups. So KuCoin, if you're here in Singapore, give us a shout out and maybe invite us down to your office. We'll love to have a short interview with you guys. Also in Australia, New South Wales government is conducting a statewide test program to digitize driver license on the blockchain by November. The program will involve 140,000 license holders, and the program will roll out formally in 2019. The goal of this program is to digitize a driver's license and authenticate and store this license on the blockchain so that users, when they get pulled over by the cops, can just whip out their mobile phone and get it scanned. Australia is definitely one of the countries that is aggressively pushing blockchain adoption on distributed ledger technology, and this comes up very closely after the previous news that we talked about, with Australian government working with IBM to develop a national blockchain for businesses to run on smart legal contracts. In the final piece of news, I know we said the final just now, but this is the final piece of news in blockhead lockdown, and this is extremely worrying. This is scam news alert, ladies and gentlemen, and it's not the only one. Won't be the last either, because ignorant investors really go in looking at just the website alone and don't do their research enough. And it's not just the investors' fault, because a lot of other marketing companies, influencers do get duped into believing some of these projects are really legit projects without doing research. So if you're just depending on influencers to give you the news, do pick the right influencers to listen to. Like for us at Rock the Block Live, and for our friends on Yavin on Cointelligence, you can check out on our previous video where we interview the founder. Companies like Cointelligence, Rock the Block, we guys dedicate our life researching on blockchain and the crypto scene because we love you guys so much. We do not want to see crypto get ruined by bad actors, and that is why we take extra effort to really dive, comb through all this information to find out what's real and what's bullshit. And if you look at ABLE project, or the ticker called ABLX, this is a bullshit project that has raised $6.5 million worth from unsuspecting investors. How do they do it? Very simple. This is a classic scam job out from the scammer's playbook. It listed advisors and industry leaders putting up their LinkedIn profile and everything, and these advisors and influencers don't really exist on their platform for supporting their business at all. So it's just a website with their faces, stock images pointing to real people, and these guys are none the wiser. Shortly after they raised their money, which is about 10,000 Ether, the founders went dark. This is an exit scam. They deleted all their Telegram, their Twitter, every social media channel just went down. All the bounty hunters, freelance guys working for this project did not get paid at all. It's no longer a secret that a lot of this partnership promotion is a pay-to-play scheme, with many of these providers getting paid a sum of money or receive their money in tokens to help these projects shield their coins. So some of these providers that got duped by this scam was TrackIC, which was listed as a partner on Able's website and granted the ABLX ICO a 5-star rating. Now we have seen this trend on a lot of other rating websites like ICO Ventures, giving projects that do not even deserve the 5-point rating a 5-point rating. So how do they get these ratings? Really, it's about buying your status. So, which is why we constantly say, like Onya Vin and myself again, we constantly tell you guys, when you look at rating sites, be careful, because most of these numbers are not real. The second victim to fall prey to ABLX ICO is the Korean exchange CoinWheel, which extended the promotion to their users to fund the ICO on their platform. While many exchanges do follow a strict vetting process, it really baffles me to see how some of these ICO rating site exchanges would be willing to host such a project on their platform without doing their research. I can only guess that the ABLX team must have paid a very tidy sum to get these people to look the other way. So once again, if such behavior is prevalent in the market, it is really killing the market, because we see a lot of players who are supposed to be authority in the field, influencers, exchanges, ICO rating companies, who would sell out for just a little bit of money. And who pays the price? ICO investors. So once again, this is a message from Rock the Block Live to be careful, do your research, and if you're too lazy to do your own research, well, drop us a message, leave us a comment, because we will do the research for you at Rock the Block. We understand that you're really busy and that you don't really have the time to do your research, but you want to get in on the action. So talk to us, follow, like, share our channel, share this information with all your friends. Don't let anyone get burnt by scam coins. Also, last piece of news that I would like you guys to support us with is we have our website up. Whoa, Rock the Block website finally up. So we have our Facebook, our Twitter, our YouTube, and now our website as well. Go check us out at www.rocktheblock.live, right? Rocktheblock.live, where we'll see a nice little bar there that says subscribe. So we're now starting our newsletter. We're also launching something special for the Bitcoin 10-year anniversary. So get in on the action with us. Leave your email there and get private updates from us directly to you guys. So once again, my name is Eugene Tay saying please show us some love, share, like, and talk about this video to all your friends. Leave us a comment, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow.